Well, hello then, I do hope you're all well. Now, James O'Brien of LBC took what I call not only just an important call, but an amazing and powerful one as well. Why? Firstly, Stewart works in the civil servant and has done so for 17 years, and clearly knows what happens within the corridors of power, I suppose. Secondly, when he said that he never thought he would ever ring a radio show about the way our government is behaving with its lack of ethics of our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, it speaks volumes. But more importantly, if you not only have the audience in the palm of your hand, you also silence the ego that is James O'Brien's, and you have him in the palm of your hand as well, everyone then sits up and takes notice. Now, I will leave what I have to say because I cannot follow what Stewart has to say because I just thought he was brilliant. But what I will say is that what James says at the end, I totally agree. So I shall bid you farewell and take care and enjoy the wonderful wonderful voice of Stewart.
Stuart's in Finchley. Stewart, what would you like to say?
Morning, James.
Hello, Stewart.
I have been a civil servant for the UK government for 17 years. I have served under multiple administrations as a politically neutral civil servant, so Labour administration, Conservative, Coalition. In my time in various government departments, I have been a senior government communicator. I never thought the day would come when I'd call up a daytime national radio station and tell the public that these are dangerous times. Do not underestimate how dangerous a point we have reached when you have the government's most senior spokesperson, who is supposedly a politically neutral civil servant, lying consistently on record to journalists and to the public. This is an indication of a failing state. It is dangerous. It must stop. It has to stop now. And my challenge today to Simon Case, the Cabinet Secretary of this country, what are you going to do about it? Simon Case, I'm talking to you directly. What are you going to do? Your responsibility is to the government of the day and the public, not to your political masters.
What can he do?
Resign. Now. Do it.
Will he know who you
Walk
are?
away.
Will he recognise your voice when someone plays this to him later?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I mean, I know him.
Sure.
I have worked in a department when he was working there.
Okay.
So I know him. I have worked alongside him, not closely, but yes, I doubt he'll know who I am. But that doesn't make a difference.
No, I just think you know me, Stuart. I'm
speaking on behalf of civil servants here.
I hear you.
It cannot go on.
Can you explain to somebody who is lucky enough not to be immersed in this world, or who has only the vaguest interest in the unfolding sagas of modern politics, could you explain to them why? Because I guess the person you've referred to, the official spokesperson, is only just dusting off the apology for lying about the parties, right? That was, I mean, there must be a calculation. Well, we got away with that, still in post. We'll try it again. So why today have you reached this point? What is it about the most recent events that has prompted this complete collapse in your faith, if you like?
Yes. So following the Sue Gray report, I felt compelled internally to write to my permanent secretary and directors, and I stopped short of going to the Cabinet Office and Simon Case. Today, what has prompted this phone call and for me to go over the edge is the Simon Donald, the former permanent secretary in the Foreign Office, who I worked for when I was there, a civil servant of the utmost integrity and honesty, has come out publicly to the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner and said that the information that 10 Downing Street has been issuing to the press and the public is untrue. It is a lie. Now, to see the Justice Secretary this morning, following this letter, Dominic Raab, saying that's not something I recognise or to those effect, is absolutely extraordinary. I mean, this is extraordinary.
Because you have
a serving cabinet minister is trying to undermine the integrity of a long-standing senior civil servant who's come out and put his head above the parapet. You know, it's a big deal.
Yes. Why is Dominic Raab doing it?
So, do you know what? I spend a lot of my time. I mean, I think I should be working right now. I should be working right now. I should be serving the country right now doing my job.
You are.
I spend a lot of my time thinking about what can possibly motivate members of the current cabinet to stay in their roles and trot out the lies day in, day out that are handed to them. And it's beyond me. The only rational reasoning I can come to is that they've tied themselves to the Prime Minister for so long that they know in their heart of hearts that their careers are over. That after the Prime Minister's career is finished, theirs is finished too as a cabinet minister. So, I don't. But even then, what?
It's not that big a deal.
It's becoming embarrassing. I mean, how day after day senior cabinet ministers can knowingly go onto the media and lie to the public, knowingly so. And the defence that you hear often from cabinet ministers that that's what is told by Number 10 press office.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it. It's lies. I know how senior cabinet ministers prepare for major interviews, particularly on Sunday shows. The idea that Theresa Coffey or anyone else, Dominic Raab, in this current climate will go on to a major political TV show or radio show without being briefed at the most senior levels in Number 10,
sure,
where the political side, the civil side is wrong. It's not a Number 10 press officers briefing the people. They are being told and being directed by the most senior levels of Number 10. And
of course,
it worries me that if it's civil servants who are feeding this stuff to cabinet ministers, say on the media, are they being told to tell lies, or are they being told this is the truth? Now go and say it. Either way, it's dangerous because, come on, are you trying to tell me? Now, I'm going to speak to Number 10 press office now. I'm speaking Number 10 press office. This is on in your office and you're listening to me right now. I have worked in press office across government for 16 years. I have had the privilege of working with extremely capable people in Number 10 press office for a number of years, people who I respect highly and who I consider friends. Look at yourselves today in the mirror. Look at yourselves right now and tell yourself that what you're being asked to say on behalf of the government is true. Tell yourself that. Okay? And after that, go onto your laptop or your computer and look at the Government Communications Service Privacy and Ethics Guidance. What does it say? What does it say about honesty and integrity? You are better than this. You know you are. It has to stop today. And I'm speaking directly to Number 10 press office now. Guys, come on. It's over. It is over. Stop it now. Get up from your desks. Walk away. No more. Simon Case, come out today. Make a public statement saying that you have lost all confidence in the political leadership of 10 Downing Street and you can no longer fulfil your role as Cabinet Secretary and Head of Civil Service. How can you today, after seeing Simon McDonald's letter, how can you possibly continue your role as Cabinet Secretary and Head of the Civil Service, knowing that the Prime Minister that you are working for is overseeing the most corrupt disintegration of our government institutions in modern history? And it is irrefutable now. It is irrefutable. And to the Cabinet, I mean, what do you say to the Cabinet?
I don't know.
You're lost already. You are lost. But now, have some self-respect. Have some self-respect. And today, say, enough is enough. And walk away. Because, James, I mean, I could talk about this all day. I won't bore you.
I don't think there's much danger of that.
I'll finish by saying, do not underestimate. Do not. And I'm speaking to the public now. People listening at home. Do not underestimate how dangerous this is.
Yeah.
Politicians will come onto the media, as they always do, and say people don't care about this stuff. Don't listen to them.
They have to.
I know you care. I know you care. I know you're tired of it. I know it goes. I know that at home all you hear day in, day out is the same old stuff. And politicians will say, "Oh, people don't want to hear about it." Yeah, people don't want to hear about it. They want it to stop. If it stops, they won't hear about it. So my message to the public is: care. Keep on caring. Keep on writing to your local MPs. Get on the phones today and tell them enough is enough. Particularly those in Conservative constituencies, tell them that enough's enough. Keep on caring. And do not, and I cannot underestimate this, and stress this again, do not underestimate how dangerous a position this country is in when you have the most senior civil servant spokesperson in government lying day after day to the public and to journalists. That is a failed state and a corrupt state.
Stewart, I'd like to thank you for reminding everybody what a patriot sounds like after Liz Truss abused the term so vilely in the House of Commons last week.
Thank you.
Thank you.